Hello. So 1.5 years ago, I've made a video called something along the lines of "I think I might be infertile." So this is an update to that video. So the video I made 1.5 years ago was about me having a varicocele. So I will explain what a varicocele is, how I found out I had one, and I will answer all of your questions in this video. So if you have stumbled upon this channel and you're thinking about getting the surgery performed, if you're thinking about taking action against this varicocele in your body and chopping it off, then I will answer most of the questions in this video. I'll try and get to the point because I like to ramble. So if you can stick through my rambling, then you're in the right place. So yeah, varicoceles. A lot of people have commented down below the video just asking in general, how am I getting on? Did I actually get the surgery done? And yeah, basically, I'm here to answer your questions. So varicoceles, what are varicoceles? They're basically a clump of veins on the top of your testicles. So if you put your hand into your pants right now and feel around your balls, feel around the top of your actual uh, balls, not like your scrotum, right, but your actual balls, the testicles. On the top of the testicles, you shouldn't really feel anything. There's like a few veins, but they should be like slim. If you feel a clump of veins, like something that is like that size, that's not normal. So if you feel a difference between the left and the right testicle, not a size difference, but just if you feel that there's a bigger clump of veins on one testicle than the other, specifically on the left testicle, because for some reason, 95% of the people that have varicoceles have it on the left testicle. So the chances are you probably do too if you have a varicocele. So check around if you have that clump of veins. It doesn't look pretty. If you have that, most likely it's a varicocele. Also, if you have felt some kind of discomfort in your balls while standing or just sitting down, whatever, it's like, yeah, you should get it checked out. So, let me get into some backstory, how I even found out I had a varicocele. Um, yeah, I'll get into some detail. It'll be like jumping around, so don't mind me. Anyways, I was like 13 or 14 years old when I found out that something was irregular with my balls. Like, I know how people say check your balls for like testicular cancer in the shower, when you're showering, just check your balls. So I heard that advice somewhere and I did. And I was like, feeling around. I was like, and I was like, oh shit, like that. You press on this and it's a little bit sore. So for some reason I didn't really think it was too much of a deal. Like I didn't really think it was a big deal because like balls, like you get kicked in the balls, it's painful. You get like a football to your balls is painful. Like balls are supposed to be uncomfortable. That's what I thought. Well, they shouldn't be. So unless you're getting kicked in the balls. So basically I went years without doing anything, and gradually I felt some kind of discomfort, especially when sitting down for a longer period of time. I felt like this discomfort in my left ball, like it wasn't bad enough to like, be in pain, like maybe a 3 or 4 out of 10 pain, but that's like constantly when sitting down. So I just lived with it, I just lived with it and I thought it was normal. I don't know why. Maybe it was just like every single man is the same. Like we don't take action, we don't care. It's like probably the same thing. So eventually I seen a video about varicoceles on YouTube and I was like, huh, what's a varicocele? So I checked my balls again. I was like, yo, I think I have a varicocele. So I started Googling. You start Googling when you find something out. And yeah, images, Google images, completely myth busted. Um, yeah, I had a varicocele. So looking on the pictures, it looked exactly the same. When it's cold, right? When your balls are like when they're all like together. How to explain this? When it's cold, you can't see the varicocele. When it's warm, you can see the varicocele. Quite significant difference between the left and right sides. So after googling, I got quite scared because yeah the side effects weren't too good. So basically, the main concern was infertility and loss of testosterone. So for us males, testosterone is very important, and fertility for those who want to have children, which I do, is very important to me. So I took action. I booked myself into a GP, like a general practitioner, a doctor. That's what we call them in Ireland. And straight away, I knew that I had to. over exaggerate of how important this is to me, because if you know anything about the medical system, you know that you have to over exaggerate to actually get something done, because there's like a queue. There's like, doctors don't really care about you, to be honest. Like, doctors are there just to earn a living, like you are on in your other jobs. Um, so yeah, you need to over exaggerate to actually get some kind of action done. So basically, I got booked into this general practitioner's office. I was a female doctor, so that was quite awkward. So yeah, she sits me down. She was like, "Pull your pants down. Let's see." And I was like, "Yeah." So she checked like very quickly, and she's like, she didn't even look. She just put her hand there. She's like, "Yeah, that's a varicocele." I was like, "Okay, cool." So now we know that. So she basically referred me to a doctor's, some kind of special doctor. Um, I don't know what they're called. It's like a male gynecologist. What would that be? Like a, I don't even know. So that's one question I can't answer. Google it. Um, so I got put into a queue. After asking around, this queue is supposed to be like 2.5 to 3 years to actually get checked out. I was like, no, I'm not going to wait this long, because it's important. The longer I wait, I've already waited. By the way, I didn't mention this, but I've already waited like over 10 years that I have this varicocele. I'm not going to wait another few years. So yeah, from like 13, 14, all the way to 25 is when I got my varicocele checked. 25. So yeah, you can get it quite young. Um, Females can't can't get it. So if you're female, you can click off this video. But yeah, basically, I got put into this queue, and I said no, I'm not doing that. So I started looking around, and I figured out that it would be actually cheaper to get this procedure done over in another country. So originally, if you can tell from my speech, English is not my first language. It's actually Lithuanian and Russian. So I got myself some information over from Lithuania. That's where I was born. And yeah, my auntie, my great auntie, actually works in a hospital in Lithuania, in like this cancer hospital. So my mum, she reached out to this great auntie, asked some questions, and said, "You know what? Yeah, we do those procedures." So I was like, "Happy days. Let's do it." So in Ireland, if you go privately, I think it costs like anything over like 7,000 euros to get this procedure done. In Lithuania, it's 1,500 euros. So it's like 5 times less. So I was like, this is a no brainer. In Lithuania, the medical system is actually way better, believe it or not. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I got my flights booked. I got everything organized with my great auntie, then with the doctor in Lithuania. My auntie said that this doctor is really good and he's a really good professional. So I was like, sure, let's do it. And yeah, basically a few months later, I fly over to Lithuania. It was March of last year, so March 2023 is when I got the surgery done. Um, yeah, basically flight over. They told me that this will be like a 1 hour procedure, like it lasts like 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hours. And you have to get general anesthetic while getting the surgery. So this means you're completely asleep while getting the surgery done. So basically, I fly over, meet my family and everything, have a few days, lie down in the hospital. They put me down. They inject some fentanyl. Yeah, this is like normal. I was like, what? Like, I'm lying down and I'm about to get the surgery done, and they're like, okay, some fentanyl now. And the next thing you know, it's like I'm just sleeping. So, yeah, I woke up after the surgery, and I had a tube down my pee hole. I had a tube down there because I woke up and I need to pee so frequently during sleep. So I woke up all disorientated, and yeah, it was like I need to pee. Like there was nurses in the room, and I woke up and I was straight away like, "Where's the toilet?" And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I need to pee." And they're like, "You don't need to pee. You have a tube." And I was like, "What?" So I looked down. I'm like, "Oh," like I have a tube down the thing, and yeah. Anyways, so I had a bag attached to me, and I peed into the bag, which was quite uncomfortable. After the painkillers started to wear off, that was quite uncomfortable and painful actually. So yeah, um, basically the way the surgery is performed, it's not done through the actual balls, not through the scrotum. It's done through your stomach, believe it or not. Not your stomach, but your abdomen. So one, um, it's called keyhole surgery, I think. So one thing is inserted through your belly button, and then two more prongs are inserted through your abdomen. So basically, one of those prongs is blowing air into your abdomen. So you basically inflate your abdomen like a balloon, so the surgery can be performed better. The other one is for a snippy instrument, which they use to actually snip things, and then the other one is for like a camera, right, to see what's going on. So three things. Um, so basically, I woke up with no pain, but 1.5 hours later, my pee hole was painful because there's like a tube in there, and yeah, my abdomen was very painful after getting it, you know, blown up by this one that was blowing air into my stomach. So it was quite uncomfortable. After the painkiller started wearing off, it was actually painful. And yeah, my auntie said that we're good to go. So basically, after like a couple of hours after the surgery, my auntie said, "Cool, so we're good to go. Let's go and eat something." And I was like, "What?" Like I couldn't. I actually tried to stand up and I couldn't. It was so painful. Like I couldn't walk. So my auntie says, "No, no, it's okay. Like that's normal." So I stood up barely, and I think I was walking like 1 meter per 10 seconds. That's very slow. So I could basically walk, like I would show you how I walked, but it's basically like you see a 95-year-old person walk. That's how slow I was walking because it was so painful. Like my abdomen was very painful. This was after the fact that they took out the tube, and that was even more painful. Taking out the tube from your penis hole is very, very, very painful. Like when they take it out, it's like that pain was bad. Very bad. So I tried to walk downstairs. It was like get a lift downstairs and then you had to walk a bit more. That walk made me sweat. Like I was literally sweating after that walk. Very, very difficult walk. So yeah, after going into the cafeteria, my auntie said, "So you can have some food." I ordered some food. Can't remember what it was. I was still kind of feeling the effects of the narcotics that were injected into me. And I had the food, and my stomach was even more sore because obviously I wasn't meant to eat. So remember that you're not meant to eat after surgery. And yeah, then she's like, "Okay, cool, so we're good to go." So this is a long story. I'm sorry. And basically, she said we're good to go. So I went back upstairs in pain, walking like a 95-year-old, like literally limping, like I look like I survived war. I got my backpack, put my backpack on my shoulder. Obviously, my auntie was like, let me take the backpack. I was like, no, like I'm gonna hold the backpack. Put on the backpack, barely walking. Uh, yeah, very painful. It was winter, so I had to walk through like ice and snow, um, into like a taxi, and basically halfway, to my house, we get a phone call, or my auntie gets a phone call from the doctor, and he's like, "So where's the patient? Where's Robert?" And she's like, "We're going home." And the doctor's like, "Excuse me, what do you mean home?" So I wasn't meant to go home. I was meant to be in bed resting. I was meant to be like checked up by the doctor and everything. But now I remember the doctor took such a long time. I think it took like 5 hours to like see the doctor, but like the doctor never came. So I ended up going home, and that ended up getting into some problems there. So my auntie felt really bad for, you know, making me go home. Well, it didn't make me, like she just thought that this is the general procedure to do things. Um, I obviously don't blame her. It's perfectly fine. It's just that she thought it was normal. But so yeah, the doctor basically gave out to her and said you should rush to the hospital right now because he could actually have some abdominal bleeding. and this surgery could have went, all for nothing because of what just happened. So my auntie, my great auntie, got really worried. So we went back to the hospital, and again struggled up the stairs, limping like a 95-year-old. So the doctor straight away lies me down. He's like, "What were you thinking?" Giving out to me. So excuse me as well. I'm experiencing some sickness at the moment. I have a flu or something like that. So my throat is sore. Anyways, um, he connects me, or doesn't connect me. He takes the ultrasound machine and starts ultrasounding everywhere. And he's like, "Oh man, there's like fluid in your stomach. So that's not supposed to happen." He's like, "I don't know if this fluid is blood or water. We will just have to see. So you have to basically spend the night here. Spend the night in the hospital, and we'll have to see next morning if the fluid absorbs or if it's blood. And if it's blood, then you're pretty much screwed because you have some complications." I was really worried. I was like, I hope this is not blood, because then I'm pretty much, you know, just wasted €1,500 and a lot of time and effort and just got surgery for no reason. So yeah, wake up next morning. I actually had to take like a sleeping tablet because it was quite painful to go to sleep. Like I could actually feel a lot of pain. And yeah, woke up the next morning. He ultrasounded my abdomen again and basically said everything is okay. The fluid has absorbed, and then I could go home. So I went home again, limping like a 95-year-old, couldn't walk. And mind this, that I have my flight literally in 2 days. So I have to walk all the way through Dublin Airport, which, if you have been in Dublin, you know how long you have to walk from the airplane into like the outside area. It's quite a while. So I'm worried about that and just, messing up anything that shouldn't be messed up. So let's skip forward. In a couple of weeks, I was fine. It actually took like nearly 2 weeks for me not to feel any pain in the abdomen. So I don't know if this is due to the fact that I was released early from the hospital because I maybe had food when I shouldn't have had food, or maybe because the surgery wasn't done that well. I'm not too sure. So the pain was there for the next maybe 6 months, just where the varicocele was. And after 6 months, the pain started to go away. So now I didn't really feel that dull 4 out of 10 pain anymore in my testicles after like 6 months. So now it's like 1.5 year, no, 1 year and 3 months later after the surgery. I would really wish to say that I still like feel no pain in that area, but unfortunately I actually do. I still feel pain in the area where they done the surgery. Now I don't feel the dull pain when sitting down anymore. Like before, it was a constant pain when sitting down, like constant. Now I just get like sharp pains, maybe, I don't know, once a week. Once a week, I'll be sitting down, like let's say driving, like today, right? For a good example. Today I was driving and I got a sharp pain where the varicocele was before. So that's not normal, but I forgot to actually say this. It's really hard to remember all of this stuff. So 1 month ago, I actually had an ultrasound again because I was worried about the varicocele because, again, because of these shooting pains every week or so, I called the doctors again. I got another ultrasound booked in. So I went for the ultrasound, and the woman that was doing the ultrasound was very thorough. She actually went through every single millimeter of my ball sack, and then she went and did my abdomen as well with the ultrasound machine. Um, and I get my results like literally the next day, and it says bilateral varicoceles on left testicle and small cyst on left testicle. This is the text message that I got literally less than 1 month ago. So I don't know what that means. Bilateral probably means like what bi means two, right? Lateral means like side. So two varicoceles on the side and a small cyst on my left testicle, all after getting the surgery done. And the funniest thing is, at the end of the text message that I received from the doctors, it says all results good. And no, after the cyst, it says cyst insignificant, all results good. I have bilateral varicoceles and a small cyst on my left testicle, and it says all results good. How am I supposed to believe the medical system when things like this happen? So I'm not too sure what's this about, but yeah, I wish it was all good news, but no, I still have some pain maybe once a week when sitting down, especially when driving. See, when you're driving and you have a manual car, your legs are quite close together, so basically there's some heat buildup, and yeah, you're pressing in the clutch. Your left, like I'm pressing in the clutch obviously with my left leg, so my left testicle is probably like getting manipulation right there, and maybe this is causing the pain, because it's mainly while I'm driving. So yeah, keep man spreading. Man spreading is really good for actual temperature, for your balls. So when they say, oh, man spreading is bad, no, you should man spread. Man spreading is there for a reason, because you need a cooler temperature down where your ball sack is. So let me talk about temperature for a quick second. Now I know this video is long already, but still, if you're watching, well done. So yes, temperature. Why is varicocele bad in the first place for infertility? Well, when you have veins above your testicles, this increases the temperature of the testicles. So, for you to have sperm and good semen, you need, for not semen, sorry, for you to have sperm and like your sperm to actually cultivate and be happy, you need optimal temperatures. So these optimal temperatures are somewhat skewed when you have a higher when you have a varicocele. So whenever there's like veins on top of your testicle, this increases the blood flow. Like there's like more blood going around. So this increases the temperature, and that means that your testicles are not able to, yeah, they're not able to build sperm or to keep sperm alive. So this is why this is a problem. Um, so yeah, man spreading basically does the same thing. Or sorry, not man spreading does the same thing. So if you have your legs close together, heat builds up and your sperm dies. The same in the sauna. If you go to the sauna too frequently, then don't expect to be able to have children straight after your sauna session, because your sperm basically dies after the heat that it's just received. So yeah, heat is a big issue when it comes to our testicles. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Like, I think the surgery went fine. Maybe there was like complications after the surgery, but I'm still happy that I got the surgery done, because I do not feel that dull aching pain every single day when I'm sitting down, because that's how it was. I was feeling a pain constantly. Now I'm not feeling this pain constantly, just maybe like a sharp pain once a week when I'm driving. Maybe when I'm like keeping my clothes too close together or my legs too close together. So yeah, that's basically it about the varicocele video. Um, a couple of you guys asked me if you should lie to the doctors and exaggerate your symptoms. Yeah, you should definitely, because if you're not going to exaggerate your symptoms, then they're not going to take your case seriously. You should, if you don't have pain and you know you have a varicocele, say that you have pain. Now, I'm a very big advocate for being honest and not lying, but when it comes to these things, when it comes to like your health, do the math. Like, your health is your wealth at the end of the day, and your doctor does not care if you're going to have children or not. They don't care. They don't care. They just want to fill their pockets. And, some of them are better than others, obviously, but they're not going to take care of you in ways that you're going to take care of yourself. So do lie, exaggerate, say, yes, I have pain, say, I want to have children in 6 months or whatever. Like, I really want to have children right now, so I need to get the surgery done. Now, if you're underage, just say you have pain. You can't have children if you're 14. So just say you have a lot of pain. It's uncomfortable to sit for you in school. That it's like painful. You're getting distracted in class because your testicles are painful. They're like there's pain and tenderness in your testicles. You can't concentrate. There you go. Just say that, and then you will get moved up the line to get this varicocele checked out. So a couple of you guys also said that varicocele surgeries are free where you are from. So obviously over exaggerate. Get the surgery done for free. Don't have to pay for it. Perfect. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope it was informative enough. Now I'm I apologize for keeping it too long, but it happens. especially with my videos. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the videos and you like the rambling and you actually enjoy this channel, then subscribe to the channel. It always helps. Um, Apart from that, I hope that your health is good, and I hope that you get your varicocele checked out, and I hope you don't even have a varicocele. Hopefully, you just watch this video for the fun. So, yeah, as always, peace.